again, everyone, to the beginning of Rise of the Tomb Raider. So, a quick little update on the Alan Wake stream. So, unfortunately, the audio was cucked by Twitch, and I don't want to upload it to YouTube because it muted some audio that wasn't just the music. It muted like a decent few chunks of like story bits, and I wouldn't want to upload something like that because I feel that's not really good content. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna continue the streams on Twitch. I'm just not, and the VODs will be kept up until they just naturally go away. But for sure, if at some point down the line I get if I get like a capture card or some software where I can stream from from my Xbox or PC to play certain games, I will definitely record those myself and just upload it to YouTube that way, because I do want to record these streams for posterity, because I do like I like doing them. They're fun. I want people to enjoy the content in however way they want to. Even if it's just a one and done kind of deal, but for certain games, like I really wanted to upload the Guardians of the Galaxy streams, but for obvious reasons I couldn't, because that whole thing was filled with copyrighted music. But oh well, I guess it's just the nature of the beast. I will still be continuing the Alan Wake stream, so do not worry about that. Just there's sort of just if you're there, you're there. If you miss it, you miss it, unfortunately. But alright, we are going to begin the new adventure of Rise of the Tomb Raider. I'm not sure how far in this is, like as in I'm not sure if this is immediately after the last game or if it's like maybe a year or some months, but I guess we'll see right now, won't we? And I wanted to delete my old save file because I did beat this game like 7 years ago. God, was it 7? Okay, it says I beat this game in 2018, so that's 4 years ago. God, fucking 4 years ago. So old. Alright, but without further ado, let's start the game. Alright, so let's see. I'm curious about what these difficulties are, so I'm just going to read them all. Adventure. Focus on Laura's adventure. Combat will be easier. Combat has aim assist enabled. Enemies have lower health and damage. Good balance of difficulty. Combat has aim assist disabled. Enemies have normal health and damage. Seasoned Raider. Okay. Challenging combat experience. Combat has aim assist disabled. Health regeneration is available only outside of combat. Enemies have increased health and damage. Enemies have increased senses. Survivor. Push your skills to survival skills to the limit. Basically all that. More difficult enemies will be present. There are fewer resources and upgrades are more expensive. Basically all that plus Extreme Survivor is all that plus the game only saves at campsites. Aw, dude, that's fucked. I'll just play on Tomb Raider difficulty.
What makes someone reach beyond the boundaries of human experience to face the unknown? As children, we question the world around us. We learn, we accept, and gradually we lose our capacity for wonder. But some do not. The explorers, the seekers of truth. It is these pioneers who define the future of mankind.
The others, they're done. No amount of money's gonna get them through those mountains.
The lost city's up there, somewhere.
That's gonna be a hell of a climb.
I'm not turning back.
I know.
You should stay here with them.
Not a chance. You're almost there. Wait till you see this view, Lara. Take my hand.
Thanks. Look at that.
It's amazing. But the snow coming off those peaks is a bad sign.
The trail leads up the mountain. We'll have a good view of the valley beyond from the summit.
All right. Let's take it easy here. This wind is crazy.
We just need to keep moving.
Hey, even if we don't find anything up here, your dad would be proud.
I know, but I have a good feeling about this.
So, Jonah has returned from the last game.
Shit!
You okay?
Lost my footing.
I'm actually gonna mess with the volume a little bit here. I'm just gonna lower it so, I didn't know that. I don't think I want these turned on. But I will be turning down the volume just a little bit. Just so it doesn't overpower my voice.
I'm fine.
Come on, dude.
Lara! Are you all right?
Jonah! I'm here!
I'll climb down there and get you!
No! It's too dangerous! I can climb back up!
Are you sure?
Just stay put!
Actually, hold on. I think... I don't know if this is gonna... Hopefully it doesn't. Okay, that is much better. So, I'm actually kind of... I'm not sure what I want to do, so... Let's see. I can choose between either a pretty looking game or a smooth running game, which I'm not sure which I want to do. So let's see. I'll try the decent frame rate. I'll try the decent looking over the enriched visuals. At least for now. Oops. She finally got a second ice pick at least.
I need to jump across!
Yeah, okay. Now grab my hand. Got you. Shit, Lara. You're gonna give me a heart attack. Are you okay?
Yeah. Come on.
Looks like we gotta go through. Not bad. As the weather turns, we can hold up in this game. Do you really think we'll find this lost city?
I know this is a long shot,
Oh, what the hell?
but that old truck...
Okay, so I've looked at it, and what I think I'm gonna do is, yeah, I'm just gonna turn
He said he
on
saw ruins
update.
up in these mountains.
I think the smoother presentation is worth a less pretty game. I think it's worth it.
Well, I guess if I was gonna hide a lost city, this might be the kind of godforsaken place I'd do it.
I just hope Trinity hasn't beaten us to it.
Storm's getting closer. We have a couple
Trinity.
hours at most.
Should be enough time. We're almost to the top.
Oh yeah, that is much
What do you
better.
think?
Holy shit.
We're close to something, Jonah. I can feel it. Just this last stretch to the top.
All right. Let's see what's up there. Feels pretty solid here, but keep close to the wall.
Okay. Looks like we climb from here.
Keep your eyes open for falling ice.
Right. You ready?
Let's do it! There's lots of loose ice up here.
Let's take it slow and steady. Just stay with me.
Look out!
Oh, shit!
That was close.
Jonah! No! Jonah! Hold on!
Shit! I'm going to dig in. Can you make it across?
I can make it!
Walk down.
Holy shit! I don't think I can make that jump.
Stay there! I'll anchor a line for you at the top.
All right, I'll give you some slack. Almost there, Lara. You got it.
Shit, come on. Make it.
Jonah! We made it! I see the ruins! Oh god!
Oh, shit! I got you! Lara! Can you hear me?
Yeah!
I'm gonna pull you back up! Oh, fuck!
There!
2 weeks earlier. London, England.
It is the greatest cruelty of life that we're all too swiftly taken from it. We age, we decay, we die. But what do we leave behind? Bones? Dust? What of the soul? Does it endure beyond our earthly existence? I believe it does. A truth lies at the heart of many myths and stories. A truth not of science, but something more profound. The key to unlocking everlasting life. I may have found the next piece to the puzzle, but I'm not alone in this search. They're following me, watching my every step. I know them by name now. Trinity. An ancient, violent sect with designs on controlling the future of humanity. I must proceed carefully for the sake of my family. If anything were to ever happen to Lara or Anna, I could never forgive myself.
It's me. Anna! Oh, God. I'm so sorry. What are you doing here?
I saw the gutter press was attacking you again. I thought you could use some company.
No lies. Were you followed?
Followed? Of course not. What's going on?
I think I found the tomb.
Oh, you can't be serious.
The myth of the Prophet is real. Dad was right.
Lara, your father was unwell.
No, he was close to a great discovery, tangible evidence of the immortal soul.
I loved Richard. I would have married him if he'd asked. But he was a broken man. I don't want to see you end up like him.
But Anna, he was right. It was everyone else who was wrong. The tomb's in Syria.
Syria? Oh God, Laura, no. This is madness. Get your life sorted. Go home to the manor.
You know I can't go back there.
But this obsession ruined your father.
I saw something. Something I can't explain. Now I understand what Dad was going through.
It's all fairy tales. Nonsense. Don't go down this road. You know where it leads.
It's the only thing that makes sense to me now. I'm going to find the Prophet's tomb, Anna.
Hey, we're heading into a war zone now. We better be sure about this.
We're close. There should be an oasis in the canyon just ahead.
You're wasting your time. There's nothing out here.
Just keep driving, please.
It's your money.
Something isn't right.
I'm
that's just local militia.
You told someone, didn't you?
They paid better than you. Shit! They weren't supposed to shoot at us!
Get us out of here!
Shit!
No.
Raised by the driver. I mean, well, fuck you. That's kind of what you get, you bastard. Northwest border of Syria.
No turning back. It has to be here.
Hold on. So what I'm actually gonna do is two things. So I'm only gonna play up until the first like little campfire because there's actually something I want to do going back to the main menu. You'll understand what I mean. You'll understand when I show you what I mean.
There was something in Dad's research about this.
It was said the Prophet's tomb was hidden in the cliffs above one of the forgotten cities. Legend speaks of an oasis where the Prophet was laid to rest.
Come on. There you
Something's
go.
here.
Oh. Oh shit.
A religious icon. Detailed and inlaid with gems. It looks Byzantine, perhaps 10th century. It fits with the legend of the Prophet.
Wow. First relic of the game.
Could this really be it? Incredible. Some kind of marker. Can't quite make out the translation. But this word. Prophet. This is it. Dad was right.
Monolith discovered. So, actually a quick recap before we continue on. So Trinity, the group from that was briefly mentioned in the last game, in the GPS, caches that we found all over the island, is the same group that is now after Lara.
These are the
Lara.
miracles of the Prophet of Constantinople, unjustly murdered by order of Trinity.
So yeah, one of the new mechanics, well, and not really mechanics, systems in this game is the language system. So basically, so for stuff like this,
It's
some sort of marker. Byzantine script, but I can't quite make it out.
Basically, like in real life, if you don't know a language, if you want to read something that's in a different language, you need to study the language. And one of the things you can do in this game is basically pick up a knowledge of foreign languages. In this case, the Greek language, I'm assuming, since it did show Greek.
Okay, he's shown here performing healing miracles. Dad's notes mention this.
Okay, there has to be more.
It's the Prophet. Speaking with a foreign army, he convinced them to lay down their weapons.
Huh. Greek level 1. So now we can read the monolith.
My Greek is still a little rusty, but it's pointing to something hidden nearby. I'll mark down the locations.
Coin cache. So, coin caches is actually one of the new things in this game. So, coins are used as currency for something later on. For like, I think new weapons and upgrades and stuff. Yeah, traded for upgrades and equipment. Another mural.
He led his followers through the desert to the oasis. A secret entrance. It's amazing. If only Dad could have seen this.
Wow. Alright, hold on 1 second. So we need to get over there. Damn, look at this. A temple built inside of a mountain. Yeah, right now I'm just, I was reading the, collectibles guide just to make sure that I don't miss anything because, unlike the last game, unfortunately, you can miss some stuff, until you can come back later when you beat the game, but I don't want to do that. Because I kind of want to just do these, stream one little bursts, kind of. I mean, I might end up doing that. Oh. There she goes. I don't know, we'll see how it goes. I'll basically try to do my best to get all the collectibles and such. There she is.
The Order of Trinity pursued the Prophet and his people relentlessly until finally confronting them in their hidden oasis.
A way through. Damn it. Come on.
Skeletons and scorpions. Damn, look at all these soldiers.
There was a battle here. Armed soldiers against religious pilgrims. The Order of Trinity.
Gifts of alms. Search inside the containers with orange coloring cords. These guys died. Weird place. Oh, mural. And a...
My son, the Order of Trinity has received word that the Prophet's followers are building a great tomb at an oasis outside Berea. But more upsetting, while we thought they were building the tomb for their Prophet, Trinity now believes he still lives. We have learned he is preaching his heresy among the local citizens, drawing more to him daily with his tales of how he conquered death. He is a liar and a heretic, claiming miracles that come only from the divine. You swore he was dead. Have you failed us?
The Prophet, slain by the Order of Trinity.
Damn. Okay, so let me see, because this is also my first time looking at the UI. If this has been done correctly, then... Yeah, there it is. The documents that I just read and the murals.
When the drought of 1,000 days choked the land, the Prophet led his people to the waters of life.
Wow. I didn't mean to do that.
Damn it. That was too close.
Oh, she has a gun? Alright, so it looks like the rest of the day. I don't really need to focus on anything else besides playing, so let's just go onwards.
They're blasting their way in.
Ain't nothing like rancid water with rancid, decayed bodies in the middle of it. Gotta love it.
Might be a way to release that old platform. Let's hope this works. Stunning. We made it, Dad.
Okay. So I think hopefully it's because I know there's autosaves besides campfires, but what I'm going to do now is I'm gonna go to the main menu, and I'll explain right now. Yes. So why I quit is because there's what is this thing? Croft Manor. So what this is, it's a DLC called Blood Ties. This is between basically the prologue that we just saw with her in like the mountains, and basically when she was in her little apartment, it's between that and when she actually goes to Syria. It's explained in this, but let's see through it. I've never played through this, so I only know just the time and place it takes between. So let's see. No, that's not necessary.
Final notice to Lara Croft, a current tenant of premises. This is to serve as your final notice for the purposes of terminating your ownership of Croft Manor. You are required to immediately vacate and surrender possession of said manor to Atlas de Mornay, executor of estates.
Lara, it is unfortunate that you have forced my hand in this matter, but so be it. As you know, your parents appointed me executor of the estate in the event of their absence. Since your mother disappeared, her death was never technically declared. And given the circumstances surrounding your father's death, it's no surprise that he never drafted a formal last will and testament to account for this circumstance. Unfortunately, you have no legal claims to the estate. I'm willing to negotiate a modest monthly stipend from your trust, but only if you leave the manor by week's end. Don't fight me on this, Lara. Your mother wouldn't want that. Sincerely, Atlas.
There has to be a will or some kind of evidence of what happened to Mum in the manor, somewhere. Dad's safe. My birthday crown. I was so proud of that thing.
Oh, God.
That's my handwriting. My penmanship was pretty good.
The treasure of the ancients. So, this DLC is essentially a prequel to this game. Not to the last game, but this game specifically. This.
Well, this is a hell of a thing. I met someone tonight quite unexpectedly. But it shouldn't have been, it seems. I've been so buried in my work, so distracted by my latest revelations, I never bothered to notice my surroundings. But there she was, sitting at my table in the library. Her name is Amelia. And apparently she's been studying right next to me. Art history, of all things. I shared some of my research against my better judgment, but I wanted to see how she would respond. And she did not disappoint. I felt as if I was suddenly engaged in a mental game of chess, moving and counter-moving in argument. At one point, that poor old librarian had to shush us as if we were children. I feel so foolish for not having noticed her earlier. She's a brilliant woman who's challenged my ideas for the first time in memory. In truth, I don't know if she's feeling as exhilarated as I am right now, but I dare say our conversation was mutually stimulating. For the first time in a long time, I find myself thinking about something else besides my research. I hope she returns for another round tomorrow.
So this is essentially... oh, well, it says right there. I always knew that my parents met at Oxford, but never the circumstances. Just like Dad to argue mythology as a way to flirt.
My parents made a good team, challenging each other from the start. Dad would have liked me to go to Oxford, but I insisted on UCL. Yep, looks real. Roth once offered to forge me a fake diploma to show Dad. Needs a combination. It's got to be in Dad's papers somewhere. Maybe in the library.
Alright, so a little bit about Croft Manor, because this place is actually kind of important. So, this place was actually made famous in the very first game, because it essentially served as the optional tutorial where you can basically learn how to move and to jump and to basically do all the stuff that you would like in the game besides shooting. And it was very iconic, a lot of people said. And I inclined to believe them from what I've seen.
A picture with Dad and Anna. Never liked wearing dresses, but the color was nice. This is probably my grandfather, Benjamin. Dad's map of the forgotten cities of northern Syria. He was closer than he knew to finding the Prophet's tomb. Dad's book about immortality myths might be useful in my research.
Truth Behind Myth by Lord Richard Croft. Let's see. Is anything left in here? Oh.
One of Dad's Yoruba masks, a gift from a friend he met on an expedition in Nigeria.
Wow.
I finally introduced Richard to the family. It went precisely how I imagined. Icy but polite grace from mother, indifference and disinterest from father, and thinly veiled contempt from Atlas. Of course they don't approve. To them, Lord Croft is the man who took away their beloved daughter and ruined her long-standing engagement, though I was never going to marry that repugnant Earl of Farringdon anyway. One might think they would be happy that I was being courted by a genuine lord of the realm. It just happens to be Richard Croft. In their eyes, the man who single-handedly ruined a once great family. But there's nothing to be done now. Watching how Richard dealt with their subtle insults and disrespect. Such grace and calm. I know he did it for me. But I think I'm falling in love with this man. It will break my mother's heart, but I cannot live the life she imagined for me. My time with Richard has only made this clearer.
My mom's own words. I can almost imagine her speaking. I wish I could remember her voice.
It must have been hard for Mum to go against her family's wishes. I'm glad she did. The door to the library. This is the map I made for my first expedition with Dad. It shows a path to the library through the servants' passages. Locked. There's got to be another way through. Wait, I can get to the library through the old servants' corridor. Dad's artifacts from the Nile Valley. I always loved looking at these. Dad became interested in immortality myths after his expeditions to Egypt.
Wow.
Too dark. Going to need a flashlight.
Hi, Dad. I've been thinking about Mum lately. I wish I knew more about her. How did you meet? What was she like? Winston told me that she was a brilliant artist. Are some of her paintings locked up in the West Wing? And I guess I just want to know, did she love me, Dad? Did she ever say that she did? Maybe I'm just being silly, but will you tell me more about her the next time I'm home from school?
Ugh. That's rough, man. Not knowing about your parents.
Lara, I've reviewed the report from your therapist. I have to say I was surprised to see a clean bill of health. I somehow doubt you've so easily abandoned your irrational claims. Indeed, where have you been the past few weeks? My secretary discovered that you booked a flight to Turkey on the 20th. You can't have been simply sightseeing, as your customs claims suggest. I know you're up to something, and I'll be damned if I let you use the Croft assets to indulge the same obsession that led to my sister's death. It's not too late to relinquish your claims on the manor voluntarily. If you refuse, I will find a way to cut you off. Sincerely, Atlas.
So Atlas is her uncle, and her uncle's trying to take basically her home away from her.
Well, hello there, Sir Lancelot. Don't worry, I won't be drawing your sword this time.
Is there anything else? Oh, what's this? Nothing. Let me see, because this has to be, oh. So far I found 6 out of 42 things. This game has a lot.
The
Or
Grand
DLC.
Hall. Always loved playing in here as a kid. This will be one of the first things to fix.
Yikes. That is,
A phoenix figurine. I bet this appealed to Dad's idea of immortality, of rising from the ashes and being born anew. This belongs to Anna. Most of her belongings are in the guest house. What was she doing in here? Someone has a sense of humor.
Stop smoking. Love R. So her dad wanted, his girlfriend, I'm assuming, to stop smoking. But he gifted her a smoking device. That's... This object requires massive...
Lara, you know the West Wing is off limits.
I'm sorry, I just wanted to see...
We've been through this.
Was Mum's room in here?
Just stay out of there, darling.
Dad was always so protective of the West Wing.
What are you doing sitting there on the floor, Mistress Lara?
Looking at the compass, thinking.
What about, if I may inquire?
Just thinking about discovering faraway places, about finding adventure.
I'm sure you will, my lady. You've the soul of an explorer. But don't grow up too fast.
Ah, the butler. Oh.
Got to remember to pack this for my next trip.
Flashlight. So now we can use this to go through that dark,
Should be able to explore the dark now.
Hey, Jonah. Sorry for not getting back to you sooner. I've decided to do some research at the manor. A lot has happened, and I need some time to think about what I want to do next. This old place is filled with memories and secrets. Uncle Atlas has tried to keep me out of here for so long I don't even know if I want to keep it. But after everything that's happened, maybe I can find out what it still means to me. If it's worth fighting him for. I'll let you know how things worked out when I'm back in London.
Not sure. I really need to brush up on my ancestors one of these days.
I've never really been a fan of busts. They seem very... I don't know. It always feels like there's something missing to them, and it's a... I think I just need to see a really captivating one to actually... because most of them are kind of just
Another one of Dad's immortality artifacts. I think Roth bought this for him from a trader in Greece.
The Ouroboros, a snake eating its own tail. Or in this case, two snakes eating each other's tail.
The offer came in the post last week, and I still haven't told Richard. He flew ahead to Tibet, where I will meet him shortly. I never told him I was submitting my work. Never thought there was a chance of being accepted. But a gallery tour is not something I can pass up. The show will take me away from England for over a year. I'll begin in New York and travel across the United States and... oh, God! I'm giddy even writing these words. When Richard and I were married, I was prepared to relegate my painting to a hobby. But it was Richard who objected, who gave me my atelier and studio. Without that support, I might still be painting boring landscapes. Now I can't shake the foolish sensation that leaving would be a betrayal. He will laugh at that and insist I accept, even though I know it will break his heart to be apart. He never once asked me to sacrifice any part of my life for his. I have, of course, in 1,000 small ways over the years, but he would never ask. The discussion can wait, and I will join him in Tibet. I won't cast a shadow over his find. I will be by his side in his triumph, as I know he will stand by my side, in time.
So I take it she died when they went to her trip, or to his trip in Tibet? Since I'm assuming she never got to do her art gallery. Is there anything else up? Right there.
Lara, since your return from your expedition to Yamatai, I've grown increasingly alarmed at your erratic behavior. I can only assume you suffered some kind of psychological trauma and are only acting out as a call for help. I want you to know that I hear you, loud and clear. Anna and I agree that it's time for you to be evaluated by a professional. I took the liberty of arranging an introduction to a highly qualified colleague of mine. You should be receiving the details in the post soon. I want to impress upon you the importance of this, Lara. As executor of the estate, it is my duty to see that it is left in capable hands. And if I may be blunt, you're acting like your father when he was at his worst. He nearly lost the manor himself in those days. I'd hate for you to repeat his mistakes. I encourage you to embrace the help I'm offering. Sincerely, your uncle.
Yeah, trying to weasel his way into getting the manor. Water and all breaking down.
Locked. Need a key to open this.
Alright, let me see if there's anything else I'm missing. I don't know what that is. Oh, a letter.
Amelia, the news has reached Mother. She knows that you broke off your engagement with the Earl of Farringdon. She is beside herself with worry. But, for the moment, she's controlling the narrative. As far as anyone knows, you're just having innocent second thoughts. But the moment your affair with Lord Croft goes public, it will be too late. Our name will be as ruined as this man you've chosen to bed. Don't you see that you're being selfish, Amelia? Please, consider your family. You're a de Mornay. Everything you do has a greater effect on us all. I'm coming down to London soon. Don't do anything rash until we have a chance to talk.
Falling apart. Maybe I should just let my uncle have this place.
They say a good test of a relationship is how well you travel together. Well, I'd say Amelia and I have passed that test with flying colors. Indeed, these last few months in Egypt have been nothing short of extraordinary. She and Roth get on like old uni chums. In fact, the two have spent more than a few nights drinking and playing cards into the wee hours. Despite her decidedly proper upbringing, Amelia's taken to roughing it more than I ever have. She fits in and connects with the local populace with such amazing empathy. Because of her, I've had a bit of an unexpected breakthrough in my research. She managed to convince an artifact dealer in Old Town to sell me a magnificent and quite unusual Tibetan scroll. From what I can tell, it seems to contain details surrounding an immortality ritual of some sort. I think it's time for me to take the next step with Amelia. In fact, I don't think I can wait any longer. I will ask for her hand tomorrow in the bright Egyptian sun amidst the dust and ruins.
Well, that's
I'm not surprised he asked her to marry him as soon as he got the idea.
Yeah, for some of us, the idea, how to put it, the idea cannot be held in. It just has to come out. Reminds me of when I asked my fiance to get basically marry me. So
Amelia, I know we have had our differences in recent years. I've tried my best to keep an open mind about your relationship with Richard, but I just can't let you go on this ill-conceived expedition without saying my piece. You say Richard's theories have merit. You say that he may have actually stumbled upon some mythic, unknown truth, but I have seen nothing to support such claims. And while your word may have been enough in times past, I cannot let you squander away what remains of your name and reputation, and that of our family, truth be told, on some damned foolish crusade. I intend to go to Richard's investors and let them know exactly how he's spending their money, but I want to give you a chance to put a stop to this yourself. Please, don't go to Tibet. If not for me, at least for Lara.
Ugh, rats. I hate rats.
Still just as creepy as I remember.
I wonder if any of this is still good. Water.
My lord, I hope this missive finds you on a successful expedition and in good health. Before I bore you with estate affairs, I wanted to let you know that our little angel has been into some mischief. As always, I indulged her in our usual game of chess. Over the course of the game, she broached the subject of her mother. She's having trouble remembering her now, and wanted to enter her ladyship's atelier, which you sealed off, to play on her mother's piano. It enraged her when she wasn't allowed to go in, of course. For someone so young, she has such strong emotions. Later in the day, she set a trap for me in the walk-in freezer, of all places.
Oh, no.
Before I knew what was happening, I found myself locked inside. Mrs. Sheffield discovered me an hour later, shivering and somewhat peeved. It took us an additional hour to find Lara in the grounds. I know all her hiding places, of course, but this time she really did not want to be found. Call it years of observation, but I can tell when she's out of sorts. My lord, if I may be so bold, she misses you fiercely. She is lonely for her father. Please consider a call as soon as you are able.
Oh my god. Okay.
Poor Winston. I remember being so angry. He was always so patient with me.
Winston, so that little interaction there is actually a reference to something that you could do in the second game, when you could explore the manor. Your butler, who is the same butler that was talking in that letter, through some trickery, he always follows you during in certain parts of the manor, and you could get him to follow you into the freezer, and if you were quick enough, you could lock him in the freezer. It was really fucked up. I think if I ever played it, I think I would try it at least once, but after that I wouldn't do it again. I'd feel too bad. Journal.
I'm at a crossroads now. Good lord, that's such a cliche. But there's truth in it. 2 roads before me. Both present joy and compromise. A life with Richard, adventure, intellectual pursuit, perhaps a new family. But also a man obsessed with something I cannot understand. Or a life of obligation, upholding the de Mornay name, embracing our traditions, not losing the family that raised me. Oh, this really is a rubbish choice. I don't want to lose them, but I love the life I've started to build with Richard. He comes with his own difficulties, but I can accept them. Will it be enough?
From what I can tell so far, I would like to think that it was enough for her, and that she was enough for him to have this new life. I think when it comes to stuff like that, you really do have to weigh your choices. Whether to keep the ties that you've had for years with your family, or the possibility of starting a new life with someone that you love and care enough to start your own family. It's one hell of a choice, I'll give it you that. If I were put in the same position, I guess it would honestly depend on the person that I was with to make a choice like that. I know what I would do. If I was given that choice right now with the person I'm with now, I think I know what I'd do. It wouldn't even be a choice.
King to Queen 1. I'm going to win this time, Winston.
Clever girl. But you should know by now, winning isn't everything. Queen to King's Bishop 6. Check.
Easy for you to say. You always win. Knight takes queen.
What I mean to say is try to enjoy the journey, Lara. Don't rush to victory. Bishop to King 7.
I know, Winston. I just want... Oh no! I didn't even see that!
You should also know by now, I'm not to be trifled with on this board, young lady. Mate.
Oh, I am going to win. Someday.
I would play chess with our old butler Winston on this board. Never could beat him. I always chose white. Maybe if I let him go first once in a while, I might have won.
Missing gear. Object requires the crowbar.
Everything is almost ready for Mistress Lara's birthday expedition surprise. It's been a bit of an all-hands-on-deck effort organizing the affair and keeping it secret. She's obsessed with Egypt, memorizing hieroglyphs and ancient Egyptian districts, so she'll be delighted with what Lord Croft has come up with. This will be good for her. She's been acting up of late, but I know she's just craving more of her father's attention. He's been so buried in his research. It'll be a nice moment for the two of them to reconnect. and I do believe he needs it as much as she does.
Okay, let's see, need that one out of the way too. There we go. It is open. What is this?
Dad loved a good bottle of wine. I can still smell his favorite Bordeaux.
Oh, crawl space.
Dad, this is it! The basement of despair.
Indeed, Lara. Muster your courage, for this is the only path to the Library of Infinite Knowledge.
Look there! See the string?
An ancient Egyptian tripwire. The Keepers of Knowledge want none to disturb their treasures. We must tread carefully.
Let me lead. I know how to spot all the traps.
I'm sure you do, my darling. Lead on.
That's actually really cute. Oh my god. Let's see, there has to be a... What is this?
My stuffed bear. I couldn't have a tomb without a mummy.
That's really cute. That's honestly so fucking adorable. What's this?
One of the wire traps Winston made for my birthday expedition. Winston used my hair ribbons to make this. He and Dad put a lot of work into this birthday surprise. Water damage from the main hall above.
Let's see. Alright, this leads back there. Ah, damn. That's just a grenade. So this is a dead end. What's that? I'll come back this way. Or maybe it's on the other side. Let's see. There it is.
This bust of Anubis was from Dad's Egyptian collection. He must have put it down in the basement for our little expedition.
Wow. It's really nice. Let's see, how much have I found? 15 out of 42. Holy shit. Crowbar. Let's see. Oh, what's this?
Plans for adding electricity to the manor. Dad used to say his granny hated all the bright lights.
Oh god.
There's a missing page.
Amelia left tonight. She packed her suitcase and walked right out of here, and I didn't even notice. Like those days in the Oxford Library before we even met. I just had my nose in a book, lost in my own world. I am such a fool. I have let my obsession with this damned ritual of long life rule my better judgment for far too long, and it may already be too late. How could I have not seen this coming? I've made this mistake over and over, always putting my research before my personal life. But it's never hurt like this before. I simply cannot live without her. If I have to give up this accursed quest that has plagued me for so long, then so be it. I am going after her, right now, tonight.
Okay, Dad's ledger has to be in here somewhere. Hopefully it has the combination to the safe.
I've reached the monastery. As Roth predicted, it was hidden deep in the Himalayas. And now that I'm standing on these high stone walls, I am overwhelmed by the sheer beauty of the mountains that surround me. It is simply breathtaking. But what adds to their spiritual majesty is the truth of this place. The monks welcomed me, as is their way, but they seemed to expect me. They must have known someone like me would eventually come seeking answers. I know this is the place. They've conducted the ritual before. I have seen the evidence, the distinctive symbols carved into the floors, the art displayed on the inner chamber's walls. They've created the elixir before, and they will again if I can convince them. I sent Amelia a message straight away. I want her by my side for this discovery.
The Himalayas. So this was for his expedition to Tibet?
Dad was looking for an elixir. Was it the elixir of life?
I've created a clever little map for Lara's birthday expedition. I used the invisible ink Amelia picked up for me in Morocco so many years ago. At the time, I remember being so annoyed by that rather aggressive street vendor, but she just smiled in her sunny way and paid him without a second thought. I assumed it was just a tourist scam, but it actually works. Turns out it requires a very specific kind of vellum and a heat source to illuminate the ink after it's dried. It should prove a nice challenge for Lara to puzzle out.
Oh god. Just imagining doing something like that for my kid in the future seems like it would be a fun challenge.
One of Winston's notes. He always hid sweets for me to find.
Laura. I can't read free. I can't read cursive, so I don't know what it says. I just know it says Lara. And then William Blake.
I remember this now. Each district in ancient Egypt had a symbol and a number. I always preferred these symbols to the actual number hieroglyphs.
Now, let me see. These two myths are referencing the same source material. But where did I see this image?
Dad, I think it's this one, in the chapter on Egyptian districts.
Yes, I think you're right, Lara.
I remember the page with the illustration of Ra.
My goodness, you've been paying attention, haven't you? This could be an important breakthrough.
Does this mean I'm your research assistant?
That and more, my darling girl.
Takes me back. Those were good times. The best times.
Oh, that honestly kind of breaks my heart a little bit.
This was always one of my favorite books in this library. I used to trace hieroglyphs.
Let's see. I have some more here.
for God's sake, memorize the combination, you fool. Lara's expedition treasure, my favorite painting by Amelia, the day of our wedding anniversary.
Okay, got to find those objects to figure out the combination to the safe. There's something else here. Dad's lighter. I don't remember him ever using it, though.
EC.
The Croft family crest and initials PC. I wonder if this belonged to my grandfather.
That's a nice lighter. Lighter.
Okay, should be able to light the fireplace now. This is my handiwork. I used to love drawing pictures of tigers. Spent so many hours in here, reading, dreaming of my own adventures.
I always accepted that Richard's rather unorthodox research was just something I had to live with. But this time, the thrill of discovery has taken hold of me. I never imagined I could be drawn in this way. Richard cabled to tell me he's found the monastery. The symbol we deciphered in the scroll was the key to its location. I don't know if I honestly believe that this will lead to the fabled elixir of life, but I can't help but feel that a great secret awaits us there. My brother was threatening to shut down the expedition, but I managed to talk him down for the time being. Now I am going to meet Richard. I would bring Lara if I could, but she's still too young. She'll be in good hands with Winston, and when we return, her parents might just be a bit more famous.
This music is familiar. It's beautiful. It appears Sir Reginald's helmet fell off. Or didn't I put it back properly?
This might actually be actual music, but I could believe it if this was the music from one of the original games, like 1 or 2. Well, that's true.
Took quite a tumble off of this old thing when I was a girl. Still feel it in the shoulder from time to time. Blank, except for the image of a key. I remember this map now. It leads to the master key. We made it with a special kind of invisible ink. It could only be seen with the heat of a fire. I think I stashed one of Winston's master keys in here when I was a kid. I can see the map. Looks like the key is hidden under a trunk near the bookcase. X marks the spot, as they say.
21 out of 41. 42. There we go.
The master key. This should get me into the West Wing.
And this can open a bunch of different things.
Alright. This should open most rooms in the manor, including the Forbidden West Wing.
Key to the past. Wire the message. Where does this...
I think there might be more clues to find in the library.
There is something else in the library. Chest.
The Pharaoh's crown from my birthday treasure hunt. How old was I again? 6? 8? I think this hieroglyph corresponds to a number, but which one? Okay, Dad's clues mention Mum's paintings and their anniversary. Hopefully I can find some answers in the West Wing.
Pretty sure there's some stuff I can look up down here again.
Mistress Lara, I took the liberty of preparing a tray, as dinner did not go according to plans. I've included, in addition to your meal, a few treats. I would appreciate it if you kept this between us, but I felt tonight called for something special. If you will forgive me the indulgence, your rapid exit from the dinner table had me concerned, and I wanted to impart something that I hope sets your mind at ease. I have known your father for quite some time. There is an intensity to his passion that can be frightening, but I recognize that same passion in you. You're more like him than you know. Never doubt that he loves you more than his research, more than his artifacts, more than anything in this world. Storms pass, and tomorrow will be clear and blue again. When you have finished, please leave the tray outside. Be well. Yours, Winston.
Aw, that's really sweet. Yeah, I don't say that about much, but goddamn, that has my heart all inside. It's just what's this door? Trying to make sure I don't miss anything.
the Croft family crest.
Wow. Alright, now to go into the West Wing. So I think I found everything so far. I know there's a few other pieces I can actually see. Yeah, probably the last one is the crowbar, and I will be able to find everything.
Worse than I thought.
With Amelia gone, the manor is a different place. A dimness pervades, a quiet I can't stand. Even though Lara is too young to understand what has happened, she also senses the change. She's asked after her mother only once. And I'm afraid my reaction must have terrified her. I will need Winston more than ever these next few months to help look after her. I never quite realized how much grief can consume a man, but I am utterly consumed. I know I can't escape the pain, but I will try my damnedest to avoid it. I will seal the West Wing for as long as I live in this place. It will remain exactly as Amelia left it. Perhaps someday Lara can find her own answers there.
After everything Atlas has done, how could you tell him about the expedition?
It's just all been too much. I needed to talk to someone. He's still my brother.
I don't trust him.
You don't have to, Richard, but please, trust me.
I'm sorry, my dear, but I know him. He'll take it to the papers. The investors will pull out.
Then go. Without me. Tonight. I will take care of Atlas. And then meet you in Tibet next week.
I was so young, but I still remember that terrible argument. It wasn't always an easy road for my parents. I think this was Dad's pocket watch. Looks like it stopped precisely at midnight. This is Dad. I suppose it's a family tradition, but I can't imagine having one of these made of me.
Okay, I have to ask, that is if you're still, like, awake and stuff, because I know you're, at least I think you're still, hanging out in there. How would you feel if I got a bust of myself to put in the house? I wouldn't mind it, now that I'm looking at that list.
My mother's perfume. The smell. So familiar. I can almost remember her.
I believe it took this trip to push me over the edge. I've been able to see Richard in his element, seeing him at his best and his worst. I've experienced the purity and chaos of his passion, and I came to realize I want his passion in my life every day. So it's done. Richard wanted to wait another 4 days until my birthday, but I wouldn't have it. Once I make a decision, I prefer to get on with it. So we found a small chapel in Luxor that was just right. And with Roth and the others at our side, we married as the sun set over this remarkable land. Mother will never forgive me. Atlas will forever resent me. But I don't care anymore. I'm free of de Mornay obligations. Free to pursue my own passions and live my life surrounded by those who will encourage and challenge me. I'm excited for the future, whatever it may bring. Tomorrow, Richard and I return home to London as the Crofts, forging our path together.
I am bursting with pride. Amelia is with child. It is amazing how everything in life can change with such a simple event. Obviously, we don't know the gender, but already we've discussed possible names. Perhaps Benjamin, after my grandfather? Or maybe Griffin. He was more infamous a Croft than even me. No, Amelia wouldn't have it. Besides, she's certain it's a girl. She favors a classic such as Scarlet or Kate, though I've made some headway with Lara. A subtle nod to the sun god Ra, and our days in Egypt, where certainly this child was conceived. I find myself thinking about this new life we've created, of how much she might be like us. For all my research into myths of immortality, I may have ignored the most obvious answer to the questions that plague me. We live on through our progeny, our genes, DNA, experiences passed through the generations. Perhaps this is the simple truth of eternal life, and I've just been too stubborn to accept it.
Dad may have discovered the secret to immortality without even knowing it.
That certainly is one way to look at it.
Mum's wedding ring. I always wondered what happened to it. The inscription is faded.
Let's see. Forever yours. I don't think I could afford something like this, but hopefully I can do it, I can get something proper one day.
Mum, on her wedding day, she looks so beautiful. There's a date, October something. Damn, the number is faded. Their anniversary was in October, but which day? I can't believe I don't know this. There's got to be another clue somewhere. I remember this. Dad gave it to Mum on her birthday. October 13th, Mum's birthday. Pretty sure my parents were married in October. I think it was close to her birthday. Okay, Laura, keep it together. You're starting to see things. Mum's atelier. Dad sealed it soon after she died. He probably couldn't bear the idea of removing any of her belongings.
My lord, we all hope your work was well received at the conference and look forward to your return. As is so often the case with these missives, I wanted to call your attention to an incident involving our little angel. It seems that Lara has been the subject of some ridicule amongst the other girls at school. From what I can gather, some of the other young ladies were teasing her for being too much of a tomboy. You know how Lara can get when pushed into a corner. Let's just say they won't be bothering her again. But I do think their words have had an effect. I believe Lara has been missing her mother lately. She's begun to worry that she isn't like the other girls. And having grown up with only a father, it shouldn't come as a surprise that she has trouble relating to them. I wonder if this new friend of yours, Anna, is it? Perhaps she might prove a welcome influence. It might be worth bringing her to the manor to meet Lara. In any case, I'll let you decide the proper time to do that. Please travel home safely. Yours, Winston.
I wouldn't really call her a tomboy. At least she doesn't look like one to me, or really act like one.
Untouched for years, exactly as you left it.
I stood up to my family's criticism, stood in defense of Richard and our love. But as my new life began in Croft Manor, doubt set in. How could love flourish in these cavernous halls and endless passageways? Had I made a terrible mistake? I have never been more delighted to be wrong. Richard welcomed me to the manor, my new home, with a game. It was a clue, written in jumbled words from 5 different languages, but it pointed the way forward. The next clue was a seemingly blank piece of parchment in the kitchen, where the heat of a candle revealed a message written in lemon juice. I followed each step, grinning like a child as I solved his riddles and chased the trail to its end. A white cloth stretched out on the lawn where a picnic was laid out. We laughed and ate, and my doubt vanished with the last of the morning mist. Love can and will endure.
Wow.
I don't have any memory of this. I wish I could remember doing this. Mum died too young. Mum with me as a baby. I've never seen this. Hard to believe I was ever that small. Mum's paintings. Which one was Dad's favorite?
I returned home this afternoon to collect the last of my paintings. I suppose I should say I returned to my family's home. Atlas was there, in one of his foul moods, and even as he dripped venom for Richard with his cruel barbs, I could only laugh. To think that I once listened to my bitter brother in matters of my own happiness. My dismissal only served to infuriate him more. I left him there in Father's study, muttering to himself. On the drive back, as Winston took a longer route through the country, I looked through my paintings, Richard's favourite one among them, a simple abstract with blocks of red. I smiled, thinking about giving it to him. I was happy, and I was going home.
Blocks of red. Dad's favourite painting. Maybe something about that painting will help me figure out the combination. Okay, back to the study to open that safe.
You've almost got it, darling. Here, let me show you. Like this, see? Well done, Lara. Well done.
I wonder how my life would have been different had she lived.
Lara arrived tonight, though not without a bit of drama, but all is well. She's a healthy, beautiful baby. I've never seen Richard so happy. I'm sure he'll be celebrating with his favourite whiskey tonight. It's calm and peaceful now. Just the gentle sound of the rain and the small, sleeping breaths of this new life I hold in my arms. Lara Croft, my darling daughter. It's hard to put into words this feeling I have. We share a connection, something I never expected. A love so powerful and pure. Someday you'll feel it too. No matter where you go or where you find your place in this world, we will always have this connection.
This was for a show in London of Mum's work. What I wouldn't give to see this today. It says here, Amelia Croft plans to show her work in New York. I wonder what happened with that.
Let's see, before I leave this room.
I'm glad I still have so much of Mum's work.
Oh, that's the bedroom. Let me take one last look around. Aha!
Amelia would not have approved. That alone should have been the end of it. But I am, as God made me, a stubborn fool. I locked all the West Wing's doors, and I shall not open them again until either my life or my obstinacy comes to an end. The night before, Roth told me I would someday change my mind. Like a broken arm cast in plaster, he said. The wound would heal, and we would someday shed the bandages to be whole again. The metaphor made me furious. The clumsy way he cast our loss off as nothing more than an inconvenience. There is wisdom in his rough words, but I've done what I must. Perhaps one day, Lara will throw back the doors to let the sun shine in again. Maybe she will find her own sense of peace in this place.
At least that old thing still works.
Let's go back to the main room, I guess.
Dad, what do you keep in there?
Nothing too important, Lara. Estate business and such.
If it's not important, then why bother putting it in a safe?
I should know better than to try and pull one over on you. There is something important in here. And it's for you, should you need it someday.
Well, let's hope you came through for me, Dad. Okay, found all the clues. Let's see if I can figure this out. No, that didn't work.
Let's see.
I returned home this afternoon to collect the last of my paintings. I suppose I should say I returned to my family's home. Atlas was there, in one of his foul moods, and even as he dripped venom for Richard with his cruel barbs, I could only laugh. To think that I once listened to my bitter brother in matters of my own happiness.
Okay. Okay, I
Has to
think
be
I
in the
understand.
clues.
The combination, because I'm remembering some things. So, let's see. The first number is 5 because the bird on her crown for her birthday, the 2 birds is the number 5. 4 is the number of blocks in his favorite painting. 9. Her birthday is on October. Her mom's birthday is on October 15th. They were married 4 days before her birthday. So yeah. 5, 4.
That worked. It makes me happy to know that Dad kept this safe. No, that's not what I'm looking for.
I am numb. It is taking all my willpower to hold back the overwhelming grief. Amelia's plane crashed in the mountains. She died alone in the snow, waiting for me to find her. Oh God, not her, not now. I cannot accept it. Life without her is too painful to imagine. I know what must be done. And I am resolved. I'm going to bring her back. Perhaps this is why I am here. Perhaps this is fate. A test of my faith in the truth I've sought for so long. Roth will fight me on this, but I can't face Lara. I can't look into her eyes unless I try. I must try to bring Amelia back. The monks are preparing the elixir now, and then we will see if all my years of hunting this truth was for naught.
Dad, what did you do?
Does not look like it would end well.
Dad's sequel to his first book on immortality. He never got a chance to publish it.
I can't read that.
Handwritten. This is the only copy. Damn, this isn't it either. I was certain there had to be a will in here. Wait, what's that? A blank page. Dad must have left this for me. It has to be important.
Okay, so what I think I need to do is the blank page by the fire. Maybe it'll reveal a map or something.
A hidden message. What are these strange marks? They have to be some kind of clue.
No. So this has to be folded up Egyptian. So let's see. I obviously have to go down the stairs. So let's see. Is there a working way through here? Yeah, through here. Okay, let's look at that.
A hidden message.
Okay, so wait. Oh, hold on. So I need to decipher this, so... Where's the goddamn cipher key?
I remember this now. Each district in ancient Egypt had a symbol and a number. I always preferred these symbols. A hidden message.
Okay. This looks like... I'm gonna be really crass here, so, the one with the bird is a 2, because I saw that, but this one looks like a ball sack. I know, very crude, but I don't know what else to say. And this one looks like a weird tree or a lamp. Okay, so...
I remember this now. Each district in ancient Egypt had a symbol and a number. I always preferred these symbols to the...
Okay, so let's try 1, 4, 2. Yeah. First try, too. Oh, wow.
Damn, locked in. Did Dad build all of this just to keep his research safe?
The renovations are proceeding in secret. The work crew Roth hired for the job have been paid handsomely to keep the details of the job out of the records, so I'm fairly confident no word will get out about what I'm doing. I've been careless with presenting my findings, attracting all the wrong sorts of attention. Roth thinks I'm being paranoid by building this secret vault, but I know I'm being watched. My work is too important, and potentially too dangerous. It can't fall into the wrong hands. I need a secure place to keep it all safe.
The missing page from the renovation plans. They didn't want anyone outside the family knowing about this crypt.
What is this?
Dad's Tibetan scroll. I remember he used to pore over this late into the night.
My love, it is silent, so peacefully silent now. Even after the madness and chaos of the crash, I can't help but still wonder at the beauty of these mountains. I understand the magic that drew you here. Please know that I feel no pain in this moment, only immense sadness. Sadness that I couldn't see your smiling face once more. That I'll never meet the wonderful woman that our daughter will become. There is so much to say, but I'm tired. The sun is setting. The cold of night will overwhelm me. I know I will fall asleep soon, and likely never again awaken in this world. I'm scared. Richard, what lies beyond? You know I've always struggled with faith, so I'm holding on to yours for now. I'm holding on as best I can, my love. Become the father Lara deserves. Know that I will live on in her.
Damn.
Mum faced death alone. She was so brave. Might be able to use this to access other parts of the manor.
Crowbar. The last piece of gear.
This was part of a set of statues Dad found in China. He thought it was linked to the Temple of Xian. Perhaps I should look into it someday.
Wow.
It's over. I have done all that I could, and my Amelia is still cold and dead. Roth first scowled at my designs. Then he pleaded with me not to go through with the ritual. Not because he feared it might work, but because he feared what I might do when it failed. And it has failed. There is no doubt in that. I prepared everything according to my research. When I dropped the stone into the elixir and held it to her lips, I thought for the barest moment that it had worked. The hour was midnight and my pocket watch stopped inexplicably. There was a charge in the air like the moment before a lightning strike. For a heartbeat, I imagined that my life was being drawn from me as one empties a glass in order to be poured back into Amelia. I would have welcomed death if the last thing I saw were her eyes, clear and alive again. But the moment passed. Amelia is still dead, and I was no Orpheus. We will return to the manor and lay her to rest. I owe her that much.
You brought her home. She's here, somewhere.
Richard, I tried to see you in person last week, but your manservant hustled me away like some common tout peddling silverware. He told me you are heartbroken and you're not yet ready to see visitors. He told me you blame yourself for your loss. Well, to that, I say you had damn well better. I hope it hurts. I hope every moment of your life from this day forward is a ringing echo of loss. I hope you live just long enough to feel that pain grow when you hoped it would diminish, because you earned it. You stole Amelia from us. You ruined her reputation and poisoned her mind with a fantasy for children. In the end, you might as well have choked the life from her with your own hands. Do not contact me again, ever. But you must make arrangements for the future of your daughter. Have you considered perhaps it would be better if you followed Amelia sooner rather than later? As Lara's legal guardian, perhaps I could erase some of the damage you've already done to the poor girl. If not, I will do everything in my power to see to it that the Croft name is forgotten. Lara deserves better than you. So did Amelia. And so do we all. Atlas.
Dad's collected knowledge. There must be so many secrets hidden in here.
Besides the star on the wall, is that everything? Oh. Just spurred to life. Okay, so let's see what this is.
There's an inscription. This is the Croft universe. Our knowledge is to the east. Our respite to the west. Our future is to the south. Our past is to the north. Our past to the north. Could there be something else beneath the manor?
Let me see. What to get out of here?
Did this open the secret door from the inside? Hope I'm not trapped in here.
Hi, Dad. So I know I only just returned to school, but when can I come out to the dig site again? It's just so boring here. We're doing all the stuff I already read last summer. I always end up staring out the window and thinking about our expeditions, and then I'm yelled at for daydreaming. I promise I'll be good and not disturb you and just work wherever you tell me. I just miss it, Dad. And I miss you.
cellar.
Lord Croft is resolved to seal the west wing of the manor. I try to talk sense into him, but he will not be swayed. And to make matters worse, I believe his experiences in Tibet have only further fueled the fire of his obsession. He's now up at all hours in his study, researching God knows what. And poor Lara, she is so confused. Too young to understand the tragedy that has befallen this great house. My dearest hope is that Lord Croft will emerge from his grief and embrace fatherhood and the love of his daughter. But I fear he may give in to his obsessive nature, that which Lady Amelia tempered in him so well. In any case, I will be a rock for young Lara. She will never sense tragedy and sorrow in me, only the love and support she deserves.
Oh. That honestly breaks my heart so much. It sucks. I almost found everything. Let's see what I need. 6 more relics and 4 more documents. I'm going to search some of the other rooms just to make sure that I didn't leave anything. Now that I have all the gear, I can pretty much... Let's see. I know for a fact there's nothing. Let's check her first room.
knowledge is to the east, our respite to the west. Our future is to the south, our past is to the north. Incredible. This crypt was here all along.
I expected a sort of crushing finality to grip me when we returned to the manor to lay Amelia to rest. Indeed, once the last of my funereal duties were performed, I fully believed that I would crumple to the ground next to her and expire, not from grief, but succumbing to the terrible exhaustion of the last few weeks. Instead, as the mausoleum stones slid into place, I felt a sort of peace and energy, one that I confess caught me entirely off guard. This was not the terminus of our story, and I was a fool to think so. Her body may be gone, but her spirit still resides here, in the manor, in me, in Lara. Her soul is forever twined with mine, and death is just a momentary interruption. I walked out of that cold quiet into a sunlight that burned my eyes, and I have never been more sure. Death is not the end, and there is work yet to do.
Alright. Okay, so let's see. 3 documents and 6 relics. Oh. Hold on. Wait, I'm missing something. Give me 1 minute.
The fair.
No. Okay, maybe. Okay, I'm gonna look at the list while I'm looking at this so I know. Yeah, I got all that.
My God, can it be? Dad, you did bring her home. My great-grandmother Rose, nicknamed the Golden Rose for her perfect reputation. I wonder what she would have thought of me.
Okay, that's 50 out of 40.
Plans for adding electricity to the...
I'm just trying to make sure that I got everything. One, two, three, four, five, 6, 0. There's supposed to be 11 in this section. There's 54. It says there's 3 more I get when I beat the game, but that means I'm missing 1.
Dad's sequel to his first book.
My dearest Lara, it is difficult to write this, knowing these may only ever be words on a page to you. I wonder if you will remember my voice. Will you remember the way we used to play and laugh? Will you remember me comforting you when you were sad? Know that I'm still with you, Lara. My energy, my love. It's within you. It always will be. Use that energy to pursue your passions in life. Never let others determine your journey. You become who you are through your choices, through the love you give and the promises you keep. I hope you are happy, that you are loved and successful in whatever it is you choose to do. I am proud of you, my darling. Remember me with all my love, your mother.
What's this? A letter.
2 days later.
Lara, I have received the notarized affidavit confirming Amelia's grave and the discovery of the burial crypt within the manor premises. While I can't fathom why your father would hide your mother's fate from her own family, I cannot deny that any legal claims I may have had on the estate are now null and void. Croft Manor and the remainder of your father's assets are now yours in perpetuity to do with as you wish. If there comes a time when you require assistance in managing the estate, I hope you will consider contacting me to retain my services. Sincerely, your uncle.
I've been so focused on defying my uncle, of fighting to keep his hands off this manor, that I never realized how much this place actually means to me. But since I've been here, I can feel the presence of my mother and father. I sense the entire history of my family and the deep roots we have in this place. I want to honor my parents. I want to honor all of my ancestors. The Croft family may be all but destroyed, but I will make our name and our home great again.
That's nice. She spruced up the place a little bit. That's neat. I'm just reading through this thing. I'll play a little bit longer of the actual main story. I at least want to get past that one section, and then that's probably where I'll end it. But I'm just reading through some of this to make sure, because there's one I'm pretty sure I'm missing. Oh, I didn't see that. This is probably the last one then. That's what that is.
This picture was taken in the library. 1820 additions to the main hall in progress.
All right. So no, this way. God, this place is a fucking maze. It's at least good to know that she's restoring this place.
I can still remember the last time I fired these. The broken sword I brought back from Yamatai.
Okay, this is kind of a spoiler because I guess it knows that I beat the game previously, but
The Atlas.
I'm just gonna leave it at that. much it. For this DLC at least. Okay. Exit to menu. Alright, so I'm actually trying to count something. Alright, so
Stunning. We made it, Dad.
Alright, so basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish up this section right here, and then that'll be the end of the stream, since it is getting kind of late. Down the buildings, it's worse. There's that. Do I have a this thing? Wow. Just looking through some of all this. Okay. I don't need puzzles that I can do on my own, but it's just mostly so I don't just the collectibles. This one right now. This is jump. Place more coins.
another religious symbol. But this one is simple and handmade. The Prophet must have drawn followers from every walk of life.
Alright, now let's go back up to where...
My lord, what you say is impossible. I myself drove a spear into the Prophet's heart. I saw him die. Doubtless his people have propped another man up in the slain Prophet's robe to continue his lies. They are broken, discredited, and exiled. We will head south and put the rest of his people to the sword. But the Prophet is dead. This I swear.
Says there's a cache of coins nearby. Wow. Way to do that with your invisible hand, Bara. What the hell? I mean, that certainly is a way to do it, I suppose. Oh wait. So, what's that? Alright, so I have to climb back up the original thing. Here? I think I did. Is there some sort of map right here? An Arcus map reveals the location of documents, relics, and minerals on the map. Says there's a coin cache over here. Two documents and final challenge. Oh. Okay. Two. There. Jump on here. Do one up here. Oh, there's the final one. Okay, let's see. Now I just need the documents. That's it for this area.
got to raise the water.
My lord, I ride at the head of a small army of the faithful, armed and ready. And I have good news. We have located the tomb of the Prophet. We were attacked by madmen upon the road, wearing the Prophet's livery, but they were easily bested. We allowed one to flee, and followed him back to the oasis. Whether the Prophet escaped death, or whether another now wears his mantle, it does not matter. All will perish inside, and it will become a tomb at last.
Maybe I can free that platform. No! No! What did I miss?
Oh shit. Dudes.
Set the charges!
Prophet's tomb. After all this time.
And the artifact?
Inside, God willing. Open it. Carefully. It could be extremely dangerous.
Who the hell are you?
You're a smart woman. I suspect you already know.
Trinity.
Where is the artifact?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Don't play games with me! You led us to this place.
Look. It was empty when I got here. There was no body and definitely no artifact.
She took the detonator.
Get down!
Oh shit. I think I fucked up and I missed one. I'm gonna have to do this on a second playthrough. God damn it. Oh well.
Jonah!
Lara!
There's so much I need to tell you. I don't...
Did you find the Prophet's tomb?
Yes, but I was followed.
What? By who?
They call themselves Trinity. They tried to kill me.
What the hell is going on here? You're starting to scare me.
The tomb was empty, but I think they were looking for the divine source.
The artifact your father was after?
There's more. I found this symbol in the tomb. I knew I'd seen it before. It was driving me insane. That's when it hit me. I saw it here, in one of Dad's books. Listen to this. The lost city of Kitezh, said to have disappeared in Siberia sometime in the 12th century. Legend says that on the eve of the invasion by the Mongol horde, it sunk beneath a lake.
What does this have to do with the Prophet's artifact?
The same symbol.
Lara!
If the divine source is hidden in the ruins of Kitezh, waiting to be found, then I have to go.
To Siberia? Are you kidding me?
Just think. If this thing could really unlock the secret of immortality, it would change everything. Sickness, suffering, death, gone.
Are you listening to yourself?
Jonah, we've been through so much together. You know there's more out there. This could be real.
I don't care if it's real. I've lost too many friends. I don't want to lose you too.
Dad never made the connection to Kitezh. He gave up everything for this.
Including you. Stop blaming yourself for what happened. He made his own bed.
I can't give up on him. Not now. It's all I have.
No, it isn't! If you stayed still for 5 minutes, maybe you'd see that.
Jonah?
Lara! Holy shit!
Stop! Drop the book!
You can't stop us! Shit, Lara. What are we gonna do?
I led them to it, Jonah. If the divine source is real, we've got to find it first.
Siberia it is, then.
Jonah? Jonah, if you can hear me, go back. Please don't try to find me. I need to do this alone. Got to find shelter.
Alright, once we get into camp, I think I'm gonna end the episode there.
Keep moving. Come on, you can do this. Move. An old camp. Okay. Got to start a fire.
Resources to the ship.
Okay, this might work. Not enough to last the night. Need to gather more. Dry enough to burn. I hope.
Oh shit.
Fresh kill. No. Back to camp. Move, damn it.
Men are scouring the ruins of the mountains. If the artifact is here, we'll find it. And what of the remnant? They continue to resist us, but we'll have the situation in hand soon enough. Good. Trinity has faith in you.
Trinity.
Going to need a stronger bow. I wish this pain wasn't so familiar. Like looking an old enemy in the eye. It wants to take me down. It wants me to just lie down and die. But I won't. I can't. There's something here. There must be, or Trinity wouldn't be in this snowy hell. I just hope that Jonah is okay. That he found a way back. I just couldn't risk having him with me. Not again. The pain of losing him, that would be too much to bear. This is my path, and mine alone.
Oh, I got an upgrade right away. Reinforced limbs. Stronger limbs allow for increased string tension and faster arrow speed for more damage. Applied to all bows. Climbing axe. Skills. All right. Alright everyone, that's gonna be it for this episode. I thank you all again for coming to this second stream. It means very much to me, as I said before, to have you spend this time with me. And I very much hope that you all are looking forward to the next episode. Whenever that's going to be, I couldn't exactly say. This week is going to be very, very busy for me. But I do hope that you end up looking forward to it. As always, I've been King Kuma, and I hope you all have a good day, good night, or, you know, whatever. And you all have had a good time. Until then, I hope you all take care. Goodbye.